what we used to be, but I just feel like dancing. Are you feeling the groove? Oh, baby, won't you love me? Won't you love me? Won't you love me? Love me like yesterday. Don't you feel it? How it feels, baby. Won't you love me? Oh, but kinda new way. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too, babe. And love me like yesterday. Oh, but kinda new. Tell me you're feeling it too. And love me like yesterday. Love me like yesterday. Yesterday.
Welcome everyone, welcome to the show, welcome to Taekwondo. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and first and foremost, wow, 2020 just started. Happy New Year. Hope that everything is fine with you guys. I don't know about you, but 2020 sounds like music in my ear. At 2020, and especially if you think about all the other stuff that you can do, it's excellent. Hey, I hope that you are doing well. I just started. This is the first time in I don't know so much weeks that I'm here back live in this studio, and you might notice a little bit of a different vibe going on. It's a little bit more closer. It's a little bit more internally, just having some fun. But before I start the show, let's say hi to some people. I say, hey, Jason, what's going on? How are you from Canada? And Loom is all the way from YouTube, and he is here also in Venray, where of course my studio is also available. Really great to be there. And Kathleen, she's lurking, which is fine. I understand that in a meeting is important. I know it that is the thing with Mondays, but yes, that brings me to another subject: the Monday episode. The first time in a long time that I actually changed the day from a Saturday to a weekday. And the reason for that being is really because I want to be this year very much consistent. I want to go live every single week to say hi to you, to do some stuff. And on the weekends, it's simply not possible. Why, you might ask? Well, about every event is on Saturday, Sunday, or Friday. So those 3 days are not consistent by default. And then, well, Thursdays typically is not so much a good day. And on Tuesday, I have other obligations that I want to attend. So that left Wednesday and Monday. And Monday is, I think, the most consistent. Hence, moving forward on Monday. And let me just show you, because I actually created this sticker right here today to show you. I will be live Monday at 8 p.m. Central European Time, 7 p.m. if you live in London, 2 p.m. if you live on the eastern side of the US, 11 a.m. if you live on the western side of the US. Australia and New Zealand also possible, 6 a.m. in the morning for Sydney. I know, sorry guys, it's a little bit early for you guys, but still, it comes from a good heart. And of course, 8 a.m. On Auckland, but that's of course then on Tuesday. So I hope that you guys are able to attend as well live. And of course, this is the first time. I understand people need to get used to it, but hey, do you like the camera setup? I do love it. It's the Sony A6400, 6400, yeah, that I just bought, and it's fantastic. My dad bought it, but I'm gonna give it back. It will take some time, but I'm gonna give it back. So let's delve into it. Let's start the show. For some reason, I just updated my Stream Deck, so it's not working. So I have to do this via the old-fashioned way. Let's go. Once again, welcome to the show. My name is Petra Verbruggen, and that is something that I need to remove. I thought that I changed it, but this is the one that I actually want to add today. Okay, so again, welcome to the show. Nice. So, right. So today we're gonna do something cool for the first time in this year, and that is, of course, talking about technology. And the technology that I want to talk to you about in today's show is not really physical, even though I have to admit I actually did some preparations during my absence, and I'm gonna show you very quickly the preparations that I did. So I'm not going to show you very much, but that is roughly all of the subjects that I have lined up for you this year already. So I think it's phenomenally a lot that I can actually talk about. Yes, Jason, the A6400 is really a nice thing. Now, again, this one I just added today. Let me remove it because it's not really lined up yet. That's something for later. I want to talk to you about a way to talk to your cameraman if you're abroad. Now, if you are not in one area or something, of course there are ways of doing that via SDI cables or something. But there was recently, like half a year ago, I actually had a an event that I was working on, I was really considering to purchase a software-based application that was called Unify Intercom. And Unify Intercom is a software package, like I said, and it looks like this is the website right here. So this is the website. It is a production intercom system, and it has been a very interesting one, especially because you can actually use it for talking to your cameraman, but the cameraman can also talk to you back. So that is very convenient, especially if you think about, for instance, in the situations where you as a producer think that they can go left or right, but they're not doing it, and you're like, go to the right, well, come on, do it. But then out of a sudden it comes to you come to notice that, oh wait, there's something in between, and he or she cannot go that way. How easy would it be that person would say, hey Petra, I cannot do it, especially during the preparations of the show. So not during the show, but during the preparations of the show, where you try to figure out if the cameras are calibrated on coloring, or like the iris is set correctly, or that kind of stuff. That is really something that is very difficult if it's just a one-way street. So it's very nice to have a two-way street. Now, on the LiveView LU300 or LU200 or all the other LiveView systems, there is what they call IFB, and that is definitely also an intercom, but it's only one way. Now, I have been informed that there are talks about a new product that will be both directions, but that's not there yet at this moment. Now, IFB is really important. Also, if you have at-home productions, you really want to talk to your cameraman, and again, you also want to be able to talk to maybe one of your cameramen, and not all three of them or all four of them. So this is where Unify Intercom comes into play. This is a software package that, but it is not very cheap. This is just an idea. So it's 463 euros, or let's give it United States, just to make it easier on ourselves. So about $499 for a server license. That $499 will allow you as a producer to talk to your cameraman. Now, it does not allow you yet to also provide what they call tele integration, or tele. That's the green or red light that you have on the camera that says, okay, this camera is active, or or in the case of green, watch out, this camera will become active if you in a few minutes, right? So that is a very important additional signal that's also possible via that software. The only thing is that that's an additional 499 euros or dollars. So that's already $1,000 to get that software package. Now, that might be fully normal for you if you have an event like every month or maybe 2 events per month. But in my case, in my business, it's about 8 per year, and that makes it a lot of money. So I was really like, I need to do something. I need to figure out how to do that. And I could not figure it out. Yes, IFV was working, but I wanted also to talk to them, and I also want to have that tele-integration. Now, the solution that I'm going to talk to you about today does not have tele-integration, but it does make it possible to have a two-way street. And that is also a product by Unify, and that is the Unify Cloud, which is right here. This is the website that they have. So this is the same website, but then you go to Unify, and then you click on Cloud, and this is where you can find what the possibilities are. There's a very nice video on what the possibilities are with regard to this application. And the beautiful thing of it is that, and I really mean that, is that it's not that expensive. It's about $60 for a 3-month period. Now, you only have 3 licenses. So that means that you have yourself as a producer and 2 cameramen. But in my case, that's 9 out of 10 times that's enough for me. So I'm very happy with that amount already. And it works on your iPhone, it works on Android, it works on your Windows computer, it works on your Mac computer. It's really powerful. So and the client by itself is for free, so you can just download it. It's really working like a charm. And but what I did, and so if you want to download Unity, I also have maybe here some screenshots. Well, here you've got the possibilities that you have. So iOS, Android, Mac, Windows Touch, and Windows. So there are a multitude of possibilities there for you to go live and talk to your people, to your camera crew. Now, how does it work? Well, when you log in, let's show you that logout. Let's go in. So if you log in, so then you need to fill in your company name. In my case, that is Design Well, which is Dutch. Sorry for that. Add my username and password, and boom, there's an organization. But let's go to the users. I actually added my dad just to show you what it looks like, and so I am added to a monthly plan, and that expires in 3 months. And I can also assign this to the subscription by adding that user there. And now you see that I have 2 licenses of 3 connected. Now, there's also something else that you can do here. So you can also say that that person can listen to, can talk to on channel 1 and can listen to channel 1. So you can also, for instance, say that in my case, for instance, if I edit this, I can also say, yeah, but I don't want to talk to 2. What that allows you to do is that it allows you to very particularly say, okay, this is something that is production worthy, and this is something that I only want to talk to that person about. Maybe you have one person that is fully doing audio but no camera work. Well, that in that case, that means that the person wants to focus 100% on your audio, and only in case you have issues, like for instance you have some scratching or you have some high notes or something, then only then you want to be able to contact that person. So if you have a multitude of licenses, you can actually pinpoint and say, okay, you're on that channel. And by the way, if you want to talk to everybody, that's also possible. And you can also say, I want to talk specifically only to that cameraman, which is very, very, very powerful. And that's only for $60 for 3 months. So that's $20 a month. So and I was like blown away by that. I was really happy with that, because that was an enablement for us to do what I wanted to do without spending a lot of money. So that's the web interface, and we're going to talk about the iOS interface. But before I do that, let me check if there are some comments. I see that there's a comment about the A6400. I'm going to talk about that later, Jason. But let's stick around with this application. So I'm going back. So again, here you have a possibility to really say what that person can see or cannot see or listen to. I mean, but how does it work? How can you do that on your iOS device, for instance, or your Android or your Mac? Well, I have my iPhone lined up for you. So let's try to get it connected. If it works, of course not. Let me try to give it some. Okay, let's reset it a little bit. Oop. There you go. Now it's working. Beautiful. All right, well, let's do this. All right, so let's put that. So this is the iOS device right here, and here you have Unify, which you can just download for free from your system. And again, you can also try it out for yourself. I think it's really interesting. If it blips a little bit, that's because I actually am connecting this product via 1, 2, 3 USB cables because it's not long enough. So it's not totally stable. I know that. Sorry for that. All right, let's go to Unify. So again, let's log out for it a bit. Yeah. Sign out. So again, once you log in, you fill in your company name, you fill in the user, the password. It's blanked out here, but there is a password, believe me, and you hit Unity Cloud, so you can have a direct connection. In that case, you're talking about the connection to your on-premise system of $1,000 or $500. Now let's log in. And it says you must select one or more channels as listen or talk before you will hear audio. So you remember, I just said that I can listen and I can listen and talk on channels 1 and 2. Sorry, 1 and 3. So 2 is not enabled, so it's 1 and 3. So now I can actually talk to, for instance, my dad by just pressing and holding this button and then talking to him. That's all I needed to do. So pressing, talking, pressing, talking, that's it. Pressing, talking, that's it. That's all. Now, if I would like to talk a little bit longer and I want to talk to everybody, regardless of my positions here, I really want to talk to everybody. Then I just double tap it, and now it's in Vox mode. Now I can talk and talk and talk. It will always work. I'm not holding it. I'm let me try to show you. I'm not holding it at all. So that works like a charm as well. We have been using it. I love this product. I really do. There are a multitude of other things that you can do. You can also name the channels. For instance, that's what I did here. So channel 1 is the producer. Camera 1 is channel 2. Camera 2 is channel 3. Come to think of it, maybe it's better not to do it that way, but maybe camera 1 on 1, camera 2 on 2, and producer on 3. But that's just my stupidness. Then, of course, there you can actually also add multiple users. You can also page them if you would like to. You can mail them if you would like to. And of course, you can also set the volume and do a lot of other stuff here as well. Priority channel ducking. So if I have a priority signal, I can duck the other, so I can actually have my audio on top of the other audio that you have. You can actually even, if you would like to, use the program out audio to add it to the feed. Why would you do that? Well, if you're in a very, very busy area and you cannot hear everything, then it might be very interesting to have a little bit of the program, even though it's a little bit delayed, just to know what's going on and who is talking and that kind of stuff. So that might be a reason for doing that. So that is a program feed that you can see right there on the right hand side. That's also possible as well. And then you can set the amount if you would like that right here. So the right like so. Okay. So let's go back. Unlatch all device requests. So you're about to unlatch all remote devices. No, we're not doing that. And you can also ping a lot of people. So that's this part here. That will prioritize even more. So that's everything that I have that I want to talk to you about this application. Now, I have been talking about this application earlier on, where I was talking a little bit more about the let's say the on-premise environment, which was again still what I still like. The reason why I like it so much is that it also incorporates the tele integration. So what happens then is that the background of this black background that you see right here, let me get that back for you. So the black background turns into green if you are on the preview window, and red if you're on program, which is really interesting, which is without any delay. It's like boom, it's there. You know exactly if you're live, you don't know it, and once you're not live anymore, you also see it. So it's really something that I like as a function as well. So there you have it. Tell me what you think about this. I think it's really gorgeous. So I am very impressed by it. Again, $60 for 3 months. I think it's a bargain, especially if you are a small content creator like we are with the product. So. And is this available in the US? Kathleen says, yes, it is. Excellent question. It is available in the US. It's available across multitude of countries. Let me go back to the licensing terminology. So yes, here you go. Go back to this screen right here. So here you've got United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Denmark, France, Germany, Japan, Mexico, Italy, Spain, Argentina, blah, 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 blah. That's quite an impressive amount of different countries that is available. So yes, it is available. And you can have it on premise, so you're fully in control. It works not on Windows, the on-premise version. It only works on Mac. So, but it also already works on a Mac Mini. So you don't need to have a MacBook Pro or a MacBook or something. The smallest the smallest Mac, the Mac Mini will do. That's an important one. I almost forgot about that. So that's about $500 for the same functionality that I just talked about via the cloud. If you want to incorporate Tele, then unfortunately you have to go on premise at this moment still. So that is one thing that I still need to say. Hope that was helpful. Yes, Kathleen. Woohoo! And I really mean that. I think it's really gorgeous. I mean, Kathleen, I know that in the past you were working together with somebody else. How cool would it be to have, if you're amidst your production and there's an audio playing and you want to talk to that person, you can actually just talk via this. So it's not interacting with the other persons, which I think is really, really cool that is a possibility for you as well. Oh, bummer that it works only on Mac. I presume that's why you say it's a bummer. Again, the cloud works on everything. Android, Mac, Windows, iOS, it works on the whole thing. So $60. That's I think great. $60 a month or $60 in total. It's $20 per month, but you can only get 3 months in one go. So yes, you have to pay $60, but it's for 3 months for 3 licenses. So there's one for you and 2 for others. But you can also use it. I actually, to be quite fair, I also use it as a, let's say, alarm for my dad. So that's the reason why my dad was also here as well on the application. So if my dad has something going on, something, he is sick or he's fallen or something, that he has access to his watch, because it's also working on my watch. There it is. I can actually use it here as well if I would like to. So that's also possible as well. I forgot to say that, but that's also cool. Yes. Kathleen says, you're reading my mind. That's exactly what I was thinking that could help with, but it's only on Mac. Yeah, so well, again, the cloud version is not only on Mac. You can run it on Windows, Mac, Android, iOS. Sorry for not being clear. The on-prem, so let's try to say it a bit more specific, because I was not clear, I think. So the on-premise Unify server part only runs on-premise on a Mac. system, Mac OS. The cloud is, of course, in the cloud, but the clients work on, like I said, Android, Windows, Mac, iOS, and even for the touch, as for the Surface Touch, that kind of stuff, it's also working. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So the cloud is available for everybody. Yes, it is definitely the case. Watching on TV, best wishes for you all in 2020. I know I've said it before, Dad. Thank you so much for your support. I mean, just FYI, guys, the camera that I'm using, my dad bought it, and I still need to pay for it back. I will. But it's a really nice camera. It's the again, the Sony a6400, and I did see a question from Jason that I still need to talk about. What do you think about the lens? So I am using the 16mm Sigma. Very beautiful lens, and I love how fast it is. I mean, look at this. Just try one more time. Boom. 1, 2, 3. There you go. And go back. How cool is that? I love it. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the subject. That's an extra use case. Yeah, so my dad, that's definitely one that I also am using. So for my dad, who is indeed there as well. Okay. So that is what I had for the first episode of this year. This is, by the way, the first episode that is full HD. And I really mean that. It's full HD. My camera is 1080p 60. That is the first time ever. My cameras until now were 1080p 25. But my Facebook broadcast stream was 720. Now it's also 1080. I just checked it. It is 1080. I'm so happy. I'm a so happy camper now. The picture is fabulous, Kathleen. Well, that is really important that you say that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I love being a little bit closer to you guys, even though I cannot show it to you, but I'm actually really sitting very close to the camera at this moment. That camera, I can actually touch like so the back of the camera. So that's how different, how close I am. It is 1080, Jason. I am actually streaming for the first time ever on 1080 HD. I am so happy with this. But that's really vMix. I'm actually using vMix and it works like a charm, both on YouTube and on Facebook. So I am really happy with that. Anyway, so let's talk a little bit more about the show moving forward. So every single Monday at 8 p.m. Central European Time. Oh, let me get that thing again. Here you go. Whoop. Boom. Okay, so Monday at 8 p.m. in Central European Time, or Amsterdam, or Paris, or Berlin. 7 p.m. if you live in London. New York, that's about 2 p.m. 11 a.m. if you live in the Pacific coast of America. If you live in New Zealand, Auckland, for instance, it's 8 a.m. on Tuesday. Yes, you don't have to. You don't have to get up that early. Unfortunately for Sydney, it's a little bit early, 6 a.m. But it's still doable if you really like the show and you want to be part of this community. So I think it's quite nice. Hey James, what's going on? Congratulations of your new camera, Petra. Wishing you the best of 2020. Also for you, James, I also wish you all the best. Actually, for everybody, I would like to wish you all the best, especially health, happiness, success, all the good things. That's what I wish for you. And James, it's not my camera yet. I'm still having to pay my debt for it. All Are you converting the signal from the camera to your PC? Yes, I am at this moment, Jason, because the thing is that my PC is really far away, but because I have an old system, it's about 4 years old already. Believe it or not, it's 4 years old already. And the fan noise is so big that I really needed to get it off. Get it away as far as I could, but that also means that I have to bring in it via SDI or NDI. Now the beautiful thing is that this one is actually brought in via SDI, so it's converting HDMI to SDI, and my other systems, one is right here, you cannot see it, but it's right there, and the other one's right there. Those are the PTZ cameras, and I can only bring them moving forward as NDI. Why, you might ask? Well, PTZ Optics cannot bring in SDI 1080p 50 or 60 via SDI. That signal is not possible. You can only do that via NDI. Why? I don't know. I do know that if I want to bring in 25, for some reason, my Sony starts to get choppy, and I have no clue why that is the case. But it's not the camera. It's really the combination of those cameras and vMix. But I do have the cameras. They're not active at this moment because I was not really planning to show other stuff at this moment. But this is a fantastic camera. And what do you think about the blurry background, guys? I love this look. It's really great. Okay, that's it for today. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next Monday. And tell me what you think in the comments below if you're looking at it after effect. I am really curious what you think about the new setup. I still need to do some new graphics, that kind of stuff, but it's coming. Thank you so much. Next week. Oh, I said that I was prepared, right? So next week, what are we going to talk about next week? Let me check my calendar. Actually, I do have a calendar. Next week, we're going to talk about this beautiful beast right here. This is the ATEM switcher that I'm actually using to bring in the iOS device. We're going to talk about what the use cases are, how you can do, what you can do with it. Now again, the flickering that you see when I show you my iOS device is really because I'm actually extending the USB cable 3 times, which is of course not an okay for the signal. So that's the reason that it's not that scrappy, but we're going to fix that next week. I'm sure of that. Kathleen is saying that she loves it. I love you as well. I love also that you find the time to come on this Monday. Again, see you around. Have a good one. And, well, where is it? There you go. Bye-bye.